Next up, we're going to make one of my all-time favorite curries, which is a potato curry, the simple potato. And we love potato in just about anything, but this is a traditional Sri Lankan potato curry. So let me go through the ingredients right now. Okay, so let's talk through our ingredients. So these are some potatoes. It doesn't matter what kind of potato they are. If they are washed potatoes, I don't mind leaving the skin on. It's up to you. We have pre-cooked the potatoes. They are quite soft. So something to remember whenever you're cooking anything with potatoes, if you pre-cook them, pre-boil them, it means they hold flavor much easier, so they absorb flavors much easier. So that's what I do. I pre-boil the potatoes. This curry doesn't work without pre-boiling potatoes. In fact, just about every dish I make with potatoes, I will pre-boil the potatoes. Other things that we need, some coconut cream, 1 green chili. We'll go on to this onion, half an onion to an onion. I'll use 2 garlic cloves in this, even though I've only pictured 1. We'll use 2 tomatoes, I've only pictured 1. A sprig of curry leaves, some cinnamon, or half a cinnamon stick. Then we go on to the spices. We've got cumin, we've got some black mustard seeds. You can use white mustard seeds as well. Turmeric, there's fenugreek seeds, and there's a special way to use them, so I'll talk through that in a second. And I always add a little bit of chili, so that's some red roasted chili. Let's get on to making this amazing dish. So what we need to get the potato curry going is a deeper pot like this one. We're going to use some vegetable oil or whatever oil you're comfortable using, and let's go. So to get our Sri Lankan potato curry going, what we need is a deep pot like that. We're going to use some vegetable oil, maybe 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, just to get the temper going. The temper meaning where I'm getting the spices activated, and there's a precise method to do this. So I'll talk you through it right now. Let's go. Okay, so first things first, we add some olive oil or whatever oil you're comfortable with. I use rice bran oil, but it doesn't have to be that. It could be whatever you're comfortable with. And I generally start with the onions going, and I'll add to that some sliced green chili. So that's an entire green chili that I've sliced. Pop that in there, and just going to start getting that amazing smells already. A full sprig of curry leaves. I love this stuff. I think it's absolutely magical. I'll just chuck it straight in there, give it a tiny bit of a stir, and I'm going to leave it until those onions soften all the way down. So I'm going to leave it for maybe 1 to 2 minutes. We can see after about 2 minutes the onions have really started to soften up. Keep giving them a bit of a stir. It's already smelling absolutely amazing. What we're going to first start adding is we're going to go with the cumin. So a teaspoon of cumin. What the oil is going to do, the hot oil is going to do, is to release those flavors. Release the oils in the cumin seeds. You can use cumin powder if you'd like, but I find that the longer a spice is being powdered, the more potency it loses. So cumin seed, if you can use the seeds are a lot more powerful. So that's what you would want to go to. Now we are going to add some mustard seeds. Give it a little bit more of a stir. So you're going to start getting these amazing flavors and smells, and that's what you want. Now there is a trick with the next spice we're going to add in. Make sure you have some water handy. So I've got half a cup full of water to a cup full of water. You can go with a cup actually. Fenugreek seeds can only last in hot oil for about 10 seconds before they start going bitter. So you've got to try and make sure that you put some liquid in straight after. Give it 10 seconds. I actually counted out to 10 seconds before so they don't last in the heat for that long and go bitter. So teaspoonful of fenugreek seeds, and we're going to count it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Add some water in there. Perfect. Now into that, I'm just going to add the cinnamon stick, or half a cinnamon stick. I'm going to add my turmeric, half a teaspoonful of turmeric. And now, I tend to not like adding the garlic in at the temper stage because I find that it goes bitter. So now I'll add the garlic in. I want to taste the garlic and not bitter garlic when I put in my curries. Now you're going to start getting all those flavors mixing through. You're getting a rough idea of what this curry is going to taste like. And the next thing that we're going to add in is the coconut cream. Add in the coconut cream. And give it a mix through. You can see a beautiful, beautiful colour start emerging. And we're going to bring it back up to the boil. Be back to you as soon as it comes back up to the boil. Now we're seeing it come up to the boil. Now we see it coming up to the boil, which is good. Let's turn the heat down a tiny bit. And if you're going to add chili in, just a tiny bit of chili, half a teaspoon chili. If you're using the tomatoes up right now, just pop it straight in. Give it a mix. Make sure wherever you put your spoon doesn't go onto wood because it will stain because it's been touching the turmeric. Now it will stain your spoon as well. We're ready to go with our potatoes. Potatoes straight in like that. Be careful when you're stirring it up because they've been boiled already. They're going to break up if you're too rough with them. So just give them a slow mix through like that. You want the gravy to touching the potato in every part so that it does change the color of it and also gets those flavors mixed through. Ooh, look at that. It does smell absolutely amazing. Now, these came straight out of the fridge, so I did have them in the fridge and just chopped them up. Doesn't need to be back to room temperature or anything like that. You can cut it up straight from the fridge, or you can cut it up and then put it in the fridge. And when you're ready to use them, take them out and they're ready to go. We're going to bring this up to a boil. It only takes about once the potatoes are in, it'll only take you about 3 to 4 minutes because the potatoes are already cooked. You're just getting the flavors to be absorbed. We can see how creamy the potato gravy is right there. So it's been cooking for about 4 minutes. And I think that's quite enough for the potato curry. We're going to add some salt, mix that through. Salt as much or as little as you need. It's up to you. If you would like to add some MSG, you're welcome to add some MSG as well. Here we go. Our wonderful Sri Lankan potato curry. It has an absolutely beautiful taste. My favorite potato curry in the world is the Sri Lankan potato curry, and I've tried many potato curries and different kinds of ways of making potato, but I think this works the best. But we'll make more potato-based dishes and see how we go. Now, as with many curries, it tastes best the next day. So even though it's piping hot, smells amazing, if you leave it for a day, it's going to taste much better. Works really well with rice. Obviously add some other different curries in as well. Works also really well with bread or with naan or anything like that. Potato curry. Yum.